welcome to episode 10 of Art Books.Tea. Today we're going to be reviewing Kerri Maniscalco's third book, Escaping from Houdini. We're going to be going over the Mulled Plum Cider tea from Harney and Sons that I posted last week on Instagram, and I'm going to give you an insight into what's going on in my art world. Starting out, Kerri Maniscalco's Escaping from Houdini. So despite the fact that I didn't really care for her second book, I did purchase the third book in advance before I ever read the second book, so I figured why not read it? And I'm glad I did, because it's like all of the things that were not great about the second book, she fixed in the third book. I don't know if some editor somewhere told her that, the same things that I was saying, but there is intrigue. The emotions are still there, which are important, but they don't overtake the entire plot. There's a little bit of a romance triangle, a love triangle, and that's interesting. And the circus theme that goes on throughout this book is really interesting. So they're stuck on an ocean liner that's doing a circus. It's apparently one of the first ones that does entertainment on their ocean liners and on their voyages. And people start dying, and she has to figure out why they are dying and who is the killer. She uses her detective skills and her autopsy skills to help find the killer. It's good. I give this one 4 out of 5 pickles because she really stepped it up in this book, I believe. So, moving on to that Mulled Plum Cider tea. So I actually have the tin here. This is what it looks like. This is the loose leaf. They also come in sachets, I believe. This tea, let me tell you, it packs a punch. So definitely only steep it for the recommended 5 minutes, because if you do, you're going to get lots and lots of spice, almost too much spice. And the plum and apple, it's there, it's present, but you need to make sure you put enough like honey or sugar in the tea so that it really pulls through. Sugar is a flavor enhancer, so you need to really enhance the apple and plum in this, because that spice packs a punch. There's definitely some black pepper in it. There's definitely some clove. It's delicious. I mean, I like the spice. Let me start there. It's delicious. It's very fall-esque. Definitely try it out. The link is on my both my Instagram and Facebook bios. It takes you to my links page, and there's a Harney and Sons link that you can go through. This does give me a small commission through affiliation with the company, and I really appreciate you doing that because it helps me buy diapers and art supplies. So moving on to my art world, I have not been doing much painting at all lately. I have paintings in mind that I want to start. It just feels like it's not the right time right now because I am just struggling to get this studio up and running for my paint parties. I'm doing it all by myself with a kid in tow, so it's a lot of work. It needed some like minor, cosmetic stuff done to it, like ripping carpet out and painting. But for the size of the studio space, it's a lot for one person to do. So I am getting that worked on. I'm hopefully starting painting on that this week. I have to have it ready by October 16th for my paint party. So between that and doing a lot of background work in my art business, I'm just doing the best I can to get, a lot of followers and people who like what I do on Facebook and Instagram. Running an art business is so much more than painting. It's making sure that you've got the following behind you, or else you're just not going to make any sales. It's making sure that you stay relevant on social media constantly. I mean, constantly, like 2 or 3 times a day you're posting and interacting with people. And this is something when I began with the art business idea, I guess I didn't really realize that. I had some idea, but the extent of it that goes into it. I'm kind of rambling, but this is what it's like inside my art business world. It's making sure that you write down expenses and get enough social media coverage, and also, you know, find time to paint and find time to enjoy painting like I do. You know, when you're painting for a business or doing art for a business, it's so much more than painting. Also focusing on, I have 2 students for my private lessons. I don't know that I want to get a whole lot more than that because it is a lot of time and effort. I would, however, like an adult private lesson. So if you are in Gadsden somewhere, please, and you are an adult and you want to learn how to paint, please sign up with me. I would absolutely love to teach an adult. And that's kind of what's going on. I'm hoping that here soon I can start on a painting that I have in the back of my head, and I will see you next week. Go check out Escaping from Houdini by Kerri Maniscalco. Go buy some Mulled Plum Cider through my link, and follow me on Instagram and Facebook. See what I'm doing in the future. It's so lovely to be here with all of you. Have a great week.